Beyond the Wire. Like its name foreshadows, it's one of those games that sat just beyond the wire of my wish list. Something that I was quite interested in, but always felt the price was a little bit too high to enlist. Until it wasn't. A nice little Steam sale left me oh so very tempted to jump into the trenches. But what's this? A free weekend or so? Never one to punch a gift horse in the nose. Not today, little one. I jumped straight in expecting some dank 50v50 shooty World War 1 action, and the trailer set the expectations quite high. The coolest thing ever. Imagine just peeking. Look at all the people and the explosions. Damn, that looks so good. But this is what I got. Where are the people? I'm dead. Back to the trailer. Oh, damn, the million bullets flying overhead. There's all these explosions. Bam. My experiences. I spawn. I die. I spawn. I die. For God's sake, can I just stop fucking dying for 2 seconds, please? I hate this game. After playing the game and then rewatching the trailer, I realize who I am in life. I'm this guy here. I'm this guy here. Yeah, I'm definitely that one there. And this is definitely not what I signed up for. I wanted the Great War experience. And I didn't want the let's watch the 30-second timer every single time I get one tap from the other side of the map because some guy that I couldn't see was chilling in a bush experience. Because let's be honest, it's about as fun as it sounds. Games tend to play out in either one of two ways. Either you spawn and take the minute hike all the way to the front, get insta-killed by a guy you didn't see, respawn on your captain, insta-die, spawn again and take the minute hike all the way back to the front, die. Another 30 seconds later, you try to spawn on your captain, but 2 seconds before the spawn, it denies you and says unable to spawn. So then the timer resets and you wait another 30 seconds and yeah. Oh, hello, Ned. But if you want to play the other side of the wire, you just gotta chill in a bush and win. Sit, lay down, run around, whatever you want. Do it in a bush and the power of nature will take control and give you superhuman godlike powers. Or it might just be the fact that all the foliage vibrates like it's busting for a pee-pee, and thus no human eye can see you through this mess, allowing you to kill 20 guys at a time while all they can see is an angry dancing bush that occasionally shoots. Now don't get me wrong, this can be a beautiful game, very detailed and such, and in my honest opinion, it looks pretty delicious. But unfortunately, this is only the case when I'm in the shooting range and my computer lets me crank up the graphics to the best, because other than that, the optimization is ass, and playing a full match of high settings will leave you with bleeding eyeballs. And don't just take my word for it, here's everyone and their dog also complaining about optimization.
Don't worry men, the only thing we lose today are frames.
Positives! Now don't get me wrong, I do enjoy having a good old moan and cry about video games and the things that they do to me that make me oh so very, very angry. But I'm also a positive guy and I don't want to be negative. And this game does have some real good shooty. The shooting feels great most of the time. It's oddly satisfying to line up a shot and pull the trigger and watch as the lifeless body hits the floor before clicking again to cock back the gun. No UI in these moments really does help you immerse into the war. Slapping on a bayonet and charging down some helpless fools never felt so good.
Blood, you want the chef?
The different roles really do play in different playstyles. Be a sniper, hold an off angle and pick off stray soldiers on their way to the front. Or you can play as a heavy machine gunner, mount up, get your head blown clean off. We got commander, we got infantry, we got machine gun detachment, we got artillery crew, we got recon boys. And apparently the uniforms are very good, according to this one World War history enthusiast.
I think they were quite authentic.
So the game clearly has some positives to work with, but for every positive I've just mentioned, it's followed by a myriad of problems or annoyances. Let me explain. The shooting feels great.
Yo, there's loads of dead Brits around.
Until it doesn't.
You triggered my trap.
And yes, the uniforms are very authentic apparently. We got browns and greys and more browns and more greys. Well, it's all irrelevant when 90% of the people that you shoot are 10 miles away and you can't even see the colour of their uniform. Wouldn't it be really annoying if the game had friendly fire? Oh my god. Name tags and HUD just show up when they feel like it. Environments are detailed but lack any interactions. There's no picking up weapons once you've picked your class. And yes, there is different roles, but if you don't have a tasty SSD to load in nice and fast, they'll all be gone before you can say, this is a war to end all wars, leaving you with no choice but to play as the Bolt Rifle McGee or the Pew Pew Pistol Boy. Hello. If you do manage to get one of the unique roles, have fun trying to figure out what you gotta do, because the game has no tutorial. As a commander, I have no idea what I'm doing. As a machine gunner or artillery crew, I could not find a machine gun or artillery to save my life. So all I've got is me watching this guy use the only artillery on the field. Thanks game. As with the options available, all you get is a firing range and some multiplayer. That's it. No customization, no progression, no rewards, and the main problem is no sense of achievement. Even when I felt like I was popping off and putting in some serious work for my team, I checked the leaderboard just to see some random numbers that I didn't understand. I can only assume that I was doing good. Now I know I don't have 48 kills, so I don't know where I stand. And as previously mentioned, I went into this game with expectations the game had set. But only after a couple of hours, I realised this was all smoke and mirrors and the game was just a role-playing military sim. Get your bayonets at the ready, soldiers, and wait on this tree line for my order. I mean, this change in mentality did help me with the enjoyment of playing Beyond the Wire, but by no means was it a long-term fix. Teamwork rarely happens, tedious gameplay loop of die respawn, no incentive to keep playing, other than the role-playing as a commander living his best life. Back up, you motherfuckers! I'm an officer of the law! 2 men down! It's a hard game to recommend. It's not a bad game, but it's not the military sim you'd want to pay top dollar for. Especially when the servers after this weekend going back to being dead, it's definitely not worth the price to enlist. But with that being said, if you are looking for a very realistic military shooter sim depicting the brutal battles of World War I where the best strategy is to throw as many bodies at the front line until one team loses, then I guess you have a strange taste in games. And also, Beyond the Wire might just be the game for you. Now I'm just waiting for that squad free weekend, if you know what I'm saying. And as always, big thanks to everyone that supports the channel, all the likes and subscribes and the comments and the shares and the tweets and the stuff. It really means a lot to me, guys. So thanks for that. Peace!